China and India are in talks to revive border trade after 5 years as US President Donald Trump continues to overhaul global trade. It's the latest step aimed at easing tensions after a deadly border clash in 2020 caused ties to plunge to their lowest in decades. Now, just this week, Indian carriers were reportedly told to resume direct flights to China as early as next month. Beijing has also relaxed export curbs on a key fertiliser ingredient to India. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is also expected for talks in New Delhi on Monday, his first visit in more than 3 years. Mr. Wang Yi's trip follows his Indian counterpart S. Jaishankar's Beijing visit last month. Well, let's get more on these developments. Ishan Garg joining us live from New Delhi. Ishan, tell us more about the Chinese Foreign Minister's upcoming visit to India and those plans to resume trade.
Well, one of the biggest reasons we understand why Mr. Wang Yi is coming to India is to have conversations about the border disputes with India. We understand that he is going to be holding a meeting with India's National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval, who has been one of the people leading the diplomatic efforts to sort out the border disputes between the two countries. As you would remember, that India and China were involved in deadly military clashes back in 2020. And since then, they have de-escalated, they have disengaged from the border, which means that they are not anymore an eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation stage, but they have not pulled back their troops completely from that area. So this border talk is going to be crucial in terms of further improving ties between the two countries, because India has stated multiple times that the question of border remains central to its relationship with China. We also understand that there's a possibility that Mr. Wang Yi might meet his Indian counterpart, Dr. S. Jaishankar, who's India's foreign minister, and there could be discussions about trade and investments on that front as well. We heard from India's Ministry of External Affairs, who have said that India and China are continuing negotiating land-based trade through passes on the Himalayan border between the two countries, and the idea is to potentially open land border trades sometime in the future. Now, this is going to be mostly a symbolic move because India and China's trade isn't dependent on land trading routes, but it will go to show that there is some confidence building between the two countries. So this meeting is going to be very important, and it comes just on the heels of India very recently opening up Chinese tourist visa applications as well. And this meeting could potentially signal further thaw in ties between Asia's two biggest economies.
And Ishan, if we move away from politics to a developing extreme weather situation in Kashmir, we understand that a cloudburst there has claimed the lives of dozens of people. Bring us up to date, please.
Well, this cloudburst took place in remote parts of the Jammu and Kashmir province in northern India. And there are some videos circulating on social media which show a massive amount of deluge rushing downhill. And it has triggered flash floods in the region. We now understand that 2 teams of the National Disaster Response Force have been moved to the site, and rescue operations are continuing there. We also understand that the Interior Minister of the country, Mr. Amit Shah, has spoken with the authorities in the state, and he has assured that all help will be provided to the people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also issued a very short statement saying that his office is monitoring the efforts. We've also heard from the Chief Minister, who has said that the information coming out from that side is being slow, but more information will come to light as the day progresses. We understand that this particular region in Kishtwar district in Jammu and Kashmir is particularly remote, and that's why rescue operations could become a lot more challenging. This is one of the biggest examples of disaster because of the monsoon rains we are seeing this season. And we are now given to understand that the rescue operations as well as relief efforts, including moving people to the nearest hospitals, that is continuing as we speak.
All right, Ishan Garg in New Delhi, thank you for that. Along with Ishan's update, we'll have more on that Kashmir cloudburst story a little later in the bulletin.